What can be happening with Ondo Finance's token? I'm gonna be telling you guys what I'm seeing on the charts here. I know I've been getting quite a few. I've been getting some viewer comments on requests on Ondo, so I'm gonna give it to you guys on what I'm seeing here on the charts. Now, a lot of this is going to depend on what happens with Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin, which is in a very important position right now, especially now. I did a more detailed video on Bitcoin earlier today. I will link you guys at the end of this video. If Bitcoin actually breaks out to the upside here, right, out of this bearish pattern it has been in for quite some time, that's going to be very good for the altcoins. However, if Bitcoin does not manage to do that and it dumps from here, that's gonna be bad. That's gonna be bad for the altcoins. Okay, that is just as simple as that. Now, this is Ondo here. With that said, what I'm seeing here is are quite a few bullish signals, and I'll tell you guys why. Last time I told you guys about a falling wedge pattern here on this weekly time frame, right? Falling wedges, you guys should definitely learn how to chart them because they give you a huge edge. Okay, basically they are bullish patterns that has a higher chance of breaking to the upside, and this one actually broke out, okay, to the upside back in April. Price target was about $1.90. It is still a valid price target. It is still a valid breakout because since the breakout, the price action is still above this upper trend line of this pattern it broke out of. Okay, now, it hasn't done too much, right, since the breakout and has actually went down for quite a few weeks. It has also formed a double bottom here, I talked about last time, which has a price target of about $1.65. Now, price targets are estimates only. There could be more, there could be less. A lot of it is going to depend on Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin starts dumping from here, that could really kill some of these setups and price targets. Now, since the double bottom, okay, Ondo has tried to break out of this double bottom here, right? The neckline would be about $1.15. Now it has tried to it wicked out of that resistance really quickly before dropping. Okay, and now it's basically right back at about $1.15 before dropping again. Now, what could be happening with Ondo here? Let's zoom in to a lower time frame and get a little bit more clarity. Last time I talked about a potential cup and handle scenario. Okay, I'm invalidating that scenario because it actually looks like we have a double bottom here on this 3-day time frame. I also talked about a falling wedge pattern that actually broke to the upside, and it did, and the price target was met before coming all the way back down here. Okay, let's invalidate some of these trend lines. And we're looking at a double bottom pattern here, okay, on the 3-day time frame. Double bottoms are bullish patterns that has a higher chance of breaking to the upside. We're all just talking about probabilities here, okay? Of course, also have to mind the downside risk as well. Now, double bottom here is the neckline of this smaller double bottom would be about. I'm still gonna say $1.15 because that is basically the pretty in line with that bigger double bottom there. And the price target would be about $1.40 price targets. Okay, this is basically what I'm seeing for Ondo. Quite a bit of resistance get above on, especially you guys can see it on this 3-day time frame. Okay, you got your 3-day moving averages right on top of the price action. So this is basically what I'm seeing for Ondo. Let's see if it reaches some of these price targets before the bigger one, right? And then we'll see what happens if it reaches its bigger one there. A lot of it is going to depend on what happens with Bitcoin, like I keep saying, because that is still the driver of this market, whether you like it or not. I am long on Bitcoin. I am long on quite a bit of the altcoins here, so my opinions on this market is bullish. But, like the entirety of this video, these are just my opinions and not financial advice. You guys got to do your own research and form your own opinions. So this is basically it. Let me know if you guys want to continue seeing any more of Ondo or any other coins in this market by dropping a like, comment, subscribe. I'll pick a request to do for you guys on a daily basis.